Hi, my name is Nikki and I'm a counsellor and psychotherapist, and I work a lot with teenagers. I'm here to talk to you about some of the issues that you might find that you're dealing with as a teenager, and to hopefully give you some tips that might be useful. I'm going to talk about how to prevent teenage pregnancy. If you're listening to this, it may be that you've had a pregnancy scare, or that you're just making sure that you won't be having a pregnancy scare. If you're a boy, your pregnancy scare can obviously come from being worried that the girl that you've had sex with or you're seeing could have got pregnant. So if you want to prevent teen pregnancy, the first things are obviously to know, how you go about it. The obvious thing is to not have sex. So it may be that if you are being, sexual with someone, that you can be sexual, but you don't have to have intercourse, you don't have to have penetration. And obviously that's the way that people get pregnant. So you can be sexual, you can explore each other's bodies, you can feel good with, your boyfriend or your girlfriend, and just not go there, not go all the way, not have full sex. And that can be enough for some people. If it isn't enough for you, and you're actually wanting to have full sex or intercourse, then you need to learn a bit more about contraception and what is actually going to prevent teen pregnancy or pregnancy full stop. There are two main ways to prevent pregnancy. You can find out more information about this from online information, or you could talk to someone at a Brooks advisory service where they've got counsellors you can speak to confidentially. You can call somewhere like Childline, you could speak to your GP. Anyone under 16 is able to get free and confidential health advice about sex and pregnancy without your parents or carers ever having to know. Obviously 16 is the age of consent when you can legally have sex, but information about sex can be given to you when you're under 16, as long as they feel that you're mature enough to understand it. But the two main ways of preventing pregnancy if you are having sex is to use a condom. So it's a barrier method, and there's female condoms and there's male condoms, but obviously the male condom is the most commonly used and it's the cheapest, and you can also get it free from sexual health clinics or some youth groups, or even from your GP. Condom, if you're going to use a condom, practice first with it. Practice that you and if it's you and a guy, or if it's the guy getting the condoms, anyway, both of you practice how to put it on without ripping it, so that you're not going to have any kind of accidents by using a condom. Condom also protects against sexually transmitted infections, so it's not only prevents pregnancy, and it's 99% effective, or I think it's 98% effective, but it also protects against sexually transmitted infections, and that is so important that you do that too. The other way is through a female, the woman or the girl, using a pill. It's called a combined pill. It's a contraceptive pill. And the doctor or a family planning clinic are the places that you go to get prescribed a pill, to go on the pill. So you'd need to speak to your doctor, go to a clinic. There are some clinics for young people that you could go to and speak to them about that too. So you can get the pill from a GP or from a health centre, health clinic, or a sexual health clinic. The thing with the pill is that it doesn't protect you from sexually transmitted infections, so STIs. So it will protect you from pregnancy, but you might also want to think about how to protect yourself from getting any sexual infections. The only other contraception is the emergency contraception, which is the IUD or the emergency pill. This is when obviously there is a fear of pregnancy, that you think there's been an accident, you've had sex without using a condom, or when you haven't been on the pill. So as a precaution against getting pregnant, that's your last precaution. It's certainly not something that you would use regularly, but you'd use it just as an emergency measure. So if these are the things that hopefully will help you protect yourself from pregnancy, but still enjoy being sexual with your boyfriend or girlfriend.